this week. It's been a little bit crazy, a little bit tiring. I'm ready for a pint of beer. So, without further ado, let's just get into the rules. All right, if you're here for the first time or watching in the future sometime, you're watching the only beer talk show on Twitch. Welcome. And if you haven't followed, by all means, please click that follow button. So we have a few rules on the show, which we go over every week. No repeat beers, so there's no repeat beers ever. We have a list that we keep down in panels, and it's up to date except for last week. So once it's on that list, we'll never be reviewed again. That is just the way it works. We'll get to a point where we won't be able to find beer that we years and down the line. I'm assuming. Who knows, but find beer that we run out of the beer in the area, then I'll have to figure out something else. I don't know. We'll figure it out. No mega breweries at all. Nothing with Budweiser or American mega breweries at all. Show respect to the brewers. I mean, to the reviewers, because you know what? It is their opinions. Make sure everybody's different appetite, different taste. But show respect to their opinion. But tell us your opinions. We want to know. And most of all, have fun with what we're doing here. So, and a pint. So anyway, this week, let's see here. I gotta click on the right screen here. We have Ratchsphere and Scott B with us. Guys, thank you for being here with us. Do appreciate it.
Yo.
Hey.
So, I just want to point out, I got this kick-ass shirt. I found this on, but you can't see the Beer Geek. I'm realizing this after I ordered it, and I'm wearing it off. But it says Beer Geek, and it has a hop on it with glasses on it. And I'm like,
perfect.
Yeah, I got it on Teespring. It was a pretty cool little shirt. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go get that. And it comes in different colors, and I just said, hey, what the hell? This is a good shirt for me. It basically describes who I am. But it got me thinking, though. I really... Satharos went off... we'll get to Satharos in a second. Satharos went off and made a shirt for PAX. And I'm like, I could totally make a shirt. Put it out there.
Yep.
I mean, it would be kind of fun. It would give me something creative to do. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. What's up, Green Giant? How the hell are you, man? So, by the way, guys, the intro music tonight that we just were listening to was by the band that was actually at the Washington Crossing Brewfest. They gave us a bunch of CDs. So, First
Nice.
Highland Watch. And it's their CD, I guess it was back in 2011, called Drunken Piper. But
Nice.
bagpipe rock. I guess they're from like Scottish rock. So nice guys, fantastic guys to hang out with. Big drinkers the entire time at the Brewfest. I don't think we even talk about the Brewfest last week, did we? I don't remember. It was we had Working Chef on and Beer Gnome. They were hanging out with us, which was fantastic. Good talking with them. But yeah, I don't think we talked about the Brewfest. But there was an announcement, by the way. So they announced that the Washington Crossing Brewfest, which we broadcast live for 6 hours, it was a long broadcast. And thank you to Steve Z for letting me use his phone and his signal.
His data.
But it worked out well. So they're actually having a second Washington Crossing Brewfest.
Oh, geez.
Yes, in the fall. So October, I think 28th or something like that. I'm gonna have to look up the date, but they just announced it recently. I'm super stoked about this because again, it is just it is a fun time, great setting, and a ton of beer. But there is going to be a lot of ciders, a lot of seasonal beers, and a lot of sour ales at the Brewfest in the fall. So yet another one coming up on the that we'll do a live broadcast on. So Scotty, I'm warning you now. If you want to come.
What's the date?
I have no bloody clue. I thought it was October 28th, but I could be completely wrong.
Because I'm in Boston the prior weekend.
and he'll be bringing home Trillium.
Loading up on Trillium. Yes.
Nice. I'm excited about that. I'm almost out of Trillium, by the way. I only have like 3 left. So I need some more eventually. Yeah. All right. So around this period of time, we generally do beer reviews. Instead of everybody fighting over it, I'm gonna go first because I'm thirsty. And then not fighting over. Not that you guys fight over it ever, but it's just Steve was like, "Why don't you just decide?" the other week, and I was like, "Well, I don't want to be rude." So maybe what it is, I'll pick the first person and put people on the spot. But this week I'll do it. I'll go first. All right. So, and also today we're going to be doing some homebrew reviews.
All right.
I've got our coffee ale that Scott and I brewed, all set and ready. Do you have one cold, Scotty?
The only thing I have cold is the coffee ale.
Well, perfect, because that's what the one we're doing.
All right. So let me go grab that.
All right.
I'll be right back.
Scott's going to go grab that real fast. All right, and let's do this real quickly. We're going to flip to it. So this week I have a beer. This is the last beer from Sathros, who brought me beer to... have I watched G4? G4 as far as like the gaming network, DJ?
Like RIP G4, like the one that's no longer around.
I used to love G4. That was a good
awesome
channel.
Now it's Esquire, with they do beer shows once in a while.
Yeah, they do. They have the thing. So no, I did when it was online, but it's no longer here anymore. So and the Attack of the Show was fantastic. I think that was on there too.
They do a Twitch show, so just called The Show.
Oh no, it's called the Attack, or is it called The Show?
It might be the Attack, something like that.
It's a good. I like watching those guys.
Yeah.
So when we were at PAX East, Sathros gave us 3 beers from. What's up, Toaster? How are you, sir? He gave us 3 beers from Norway. This is the last one that I have. So this is, and it has the label on both sides. There's not a lot of information in here that I know about this beer. I couldn't interpret, even when I translated the website. The only thing that I could get out of this is that this is a Euro Pale Lager. Very, very common beer.
Sure.
In Norway. And today, by the way, is also Norwegian constitutional. I don't know if you guys heard that. It's the celebration of their constitution. So it's kind of fitting. But I did this beer specifically because also tomorrow is Sathros's birthday. Yeah, he's turning.
All right.
He's turning like 29 again for the 7th time. So yeah. So we're gonna pour this out. I will warn you, I am not a big lager fan. But again, I'm not gonna shy away from something that someone gave me.
So luckily, this lager was packaged in a can, like it was skunked from Norway. It'd be a little worst.
Smells like a lager. So in a pale lager at that too.
Well,
what does that actually mean?
America.
What's that?
Just like a light lager?
I'm guessing so, because this is only 4.5%, right? I don't even know how to pronounce the beer name, by the way. So whatever fatal. Anyway, when I did the Google Translate on the site, it did say that it was Sathros. Thank you for the host of 18 viewers, my good man.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing, good man. Now you can tell me how the hell to pronounce this goddamn beer. So, this is the last beer that Seth gave me. And when I did a Google translation on the site, there was no link to click on it. I had to go search on it. And whatever this word is, fatal, dude, please help. It translated as beer, by the way. So yeah. So this is my first time having this. This is a 4.5 European Pale Lager.
Let me know if it tastes like beer. "Quote unquote" beer.
It is light. very light.
Good.
It is that's the first thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't really taste like. There's a more maltiness than what I get from like lagers from the United States, right? So this is it's a little sweeter in maltiness with this, but it's actually quite refreshing. And since my office currently is an absolute furnace, it was 95 degrees here today. Drinking pale lager as well, Grain Bell Premium. Oh, never had that one either. It's actually quite refreshing. Scott, I would probably chalk this up to the same flavor you would get from a PBR.
Okay.
Looks a little darker than PBR.
Does it?
A little bit.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of like a caramely note or something in it. I'm not really too sure exactly what, but
now, do you pick up any sort of buttery flavors?
maybe that's what I'm tasting. Buttery.
All right.
Yeah. Like I would get that from like a Kolsch, but this is not. This is not like a Kolsch beer. So.
Or how about any sort of cidery notes?
Not a lot of carbonation, but I don't really know if maybe the sweetness could be attributed to cidery, but I wouldn't say it's like appley.
Yeah,
so,
or like okay.
48. What's up? How are you? It's a long name, man. I'm not gonna go through all that. But yeah, Seth. This is actually not that bad. I think if I was this is like a lawnmower beer of Norway. So
all your future lagers should come from Norway.
Probably. No, but you know what? There are some lagers that I actually really like. This is a very good light beer. This has more flavor to me than most light lagers that you get in the United States. Like obviously like Budweiser, Bud Light, all that stuff, Miller, all taste like, you know, I feel like Aquafina has more flavor than the other than that beer. But this beer actually has a bit more flavor than I was expecting. And you know, I wasn't really expecting much from a Euro Pale Lager, but this is really refreshing, actually.
Not bad.
And I haven't had a PBR in a long time, so I probably would go with that. This probably tastes like a PBR in my mind.
Well, next time you're over, I will. I'll help you with that.
Well, this is the last one I have. I wish I had one that we can a Sathros.
No. I mean, next time you're over, I'll help you with tasting a PBR.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm all right. It would have to be a hot day in hell for me to go jump down. Look, I mean, PBR is a good beer for what it is, you know. But you're about to open an organic honey ale from the UK called Honeydew. I like Fuller's. Fuller's is
a honey beer,
brewer.
you say?
Yeah.
Oh, let's taste one later.
I like Fuller's ESB. That's probably one of my the first beers I had in the UK. So you can buy those in my local shop, and they're easy to send. Yes, because they're in cans. It works out well. So Scott, maybe we can get you one of these things. I'm not a big fan of lagers, so I will probably say that this is a 3 out of 5 for me. I don't want to go too low because I'm actually enjoying it. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm going to give it a 2.5 because it's a lager and I don't really like lagers. But I actually am enjoying this, and maybe it's because my office is a furnace currently. So it's definitely cooling me down. I don't drink a huge amount, so I make the few count. Yeah, why not?
Attaboy.
Hey, 48. That's the way to go, man. You know. So I would definitely do. So out of 5 stars, I would give, or should we just call them? You know, we always said stars, but should we just call them bottle caps?
I was gonna say that.
All right.
That sounds good to me.
3 out of 5 bottle caps. I would give this 5 being the high score, obviously. So this is again. And Seth, I don't know how to pronounce this properly, and tell me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Freiderlin. Fettel?
Freidenlund?
I don't Freidelin.
I don't know.
Freidelin Fettel. Tell me at least if I was relatively close. But anyway, I would say a 3 out of 5 on this one because I am enjoying it. I'm not gonna discredit it. It's actually a really decent beer. Would this be the first thing I choose? No, but because you gave me some pretty other awesome ones up here. I actually really like that Nojin, whatever that is. But it's like an Indian Pale Ale that he gave me as well. So, but yeah, I like that one. Probably the best out of all the beers you gave me. So, but thank you again, Sathros, and happy Norwegian Constitution Day. That's which is today, and tomorrow is Sathros's birthday. So please make sure you go and check him out tomorrow. He's going to be doing a 24-hour. You don't really have to have that sound in English. Okay.
Nice.
I try. Check him out. Tomorrow is going to be his birthday stream. Go drop him a follow. It's actually now your birthday is?
Hey.
Well, all right. Well, today in Norway, right now in Norway, it is his birthday. 2:28 in the morning. So, hey.
There you go. For Sathroth.
There you go. You get the beer song. Happy birthday, my good man. Happy
So he's
birthday.
doing a 24-hour stream, so 1 hour for every year he's been alive.
I think so.
Wink, wink.
So one hour for every. Good point. 1 hour for every year he's been alive. Sathros is going to be streaming. You'll be there forever. Sorry.
It's not a 2-day stream. Come on now.
It's not a 2-day stream. No, he's not 48. Anyway, all right. So, like I said, thank you again to Sathros. Generic birthday comment, Seth. Thank you. There you go.
Oh, that's heartfelt.
Yeah, very heartfelt. Always heartfelt. All right. So, who wants to go next? I'm really bad at this.
I'll go.
You'll go. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Ah. God. Hold on.
I'll wait for it.
Thank you. Hey, gotta fix it. Wait, Scott, while we're at it. Oh, Scott's fine. Drew's good. All right, there you go. All right, fantastic.
Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. Good job. There's a delay. That's wonderful.
Thanks.
A little bit of everybody.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum. We're
Team's
really
all
good
here.
here, guys. Really good.
All right.
So,
What I'm trying is the UFO, the new one from Harpoon Brewery. It's a Huckleberry wheat beer.
ooh.
Or I think their UFO is sort of their unfiltered offering. It's usually a Hefeweizen. I think this one is too. But this time they usually do a unfiltered, like a Belgian white, and they also do a raspberry, which I have as my backup beer.
Yep.
But I'm doing the Huckleberry. I think it's the first new fruit beer they do with the Hefeweizen. Oh god, it was too hard. Ooh. It's very clear. It's pale, no color at all from like the fruit at all. Ooh, this is a dirty glass too because all the bubbles are attached to the side.
Oh.
It's coming off a lot lighter than usual.
Okay.
It's actually, see if I get some. There we go. It's a little yellow,
Nice.
not sort of amber on the top. It's very much. It's not really cloudy as it usually is. You can kind of see me through it. Usually, it's pretty just murky. This has a slight haze to it. Very effervescent. You can tell by the head still building. But nose, huge huckleberry, sort of a blueberry kind of thing. People don't know what a huckleberry is. It's kind of a variation of a blueberry. It's sort of smaller than a blueberry, but a lot stronger in that sort of deeper flavor.
Yeah.
That sort of rich flavor. But I can smell it right off the bat. A lot of that blueberry smell. Then it goes sort of that sulfur note you get in a lager, kind of that sharp, light, crisp smell to it. No hop character. Maybe a little bit of banana from like that Belgian yeast they use in their UFOs. But pretty smooth. Right off the bat, I don't get a whole lot of huckleberry in the front. It's very malty, very biscuity, has this like honey sweetness to it. But at the end, you sort of get that sort of deeper berry, sort of almost raisiny kind of darker fruit to it. But you sort of get more the aroma of blueberry or huckleberry than the actual flavor. It's there in the end where you sort of Hefeweizen, you kind of get the banana clove flavor you get from the yeast. But instead of that, it's more this blueberry note. Very light. Besides the flavor of the huckleberry, it's basically the same base beer they use for most of their UFOs. It's sort of more along the lines of a lager, I guess, flavor than sort of a Hefeweizen, really, because you don't get much of that sort of banana spice note they usually get. And I don't know if I left I guess I left some yeast in the bottom, so let me see if I can pour the rest out into the glass.
So wait, why are you turning it like that? Is that to heat up the
I'm turning it like this to rouse up the yeast in the bottom.
Oh.
Because that's what you want in a Hefeweizen, because a Hefeweizen is yeast wheat in German.
Right.
There we go. There's the color.
I never heard of turning the bottle like that though. That's I always kind of like swirl it.
Oh yeah. You swirl it, you kick up the carbonation when you sort of put it on its edge.
Oh.
So like there's like sort of a line of liquids at the bottom. You give it a twist. You're not really disturbing the carbonation as much.
See, I'm learning things new every day.
But now,
that's what.
After I did that, you can see a lot more cloudier now.
Yeah.
All the yeast is in there. So maybe it might be completely different now, which it smells completely different. You get more of the that Hefeweizen yeast smell to it. I found it. Found the yeast.
I found it. It was hiding somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. It's a lot thicker. Obviously, it's more. There's more stuff in there.
So now review beer too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So found all the banana flavor. Still not a whole lot of yeast, or not yeast, but that clove spice note, which is kind of means that the yeast, when it's fermented, was at a colder temperature. That sort of spice note kind of pops up during a hotter, warmer fermentation. So it sort of still goes under sort of that creamy banana yeast character that a Hefeweizen has. And that this character now sort of covers up more of that fruit flavor. So I guess if you wanted to drink the beer with sort of yeastless, pour it straight out of the bottle once you want to rouse up the yeast and get that more of that Hefeweizen character. But I don't think that it doesn't ruin the beer at all. Usually if you get too much yeast in a beer, it becomes soapy. That spice note goes a little too far and becomes very, I don't know, astringent, very bitter. Sort of a little sharp sour in it. It's like you have soap in your mouth, like dish soap. It's weird.
Ugh.
It's a weird change that soap, that yeast changes into.
So Rick was just saying that he actually found this beer in his local beer shop in Jersey, because I know, Rick, you live in Jersey, right? If I'm not mistaken. So.
Okay, cool. So it's probably both brewed in the Boston and Windsor brewery.
Okay.
Because Harpoon, there's two breweries. There's one in Boston, Massachusetts.
Yep.
And the other one in Windsor, Vermont. And I believe the Windsor, Vermont one is the bottling brewery.
Oh.
And the one in Boston is the kegging and bottling brewery.
Okay.
Like when Ted and I went to Harpoon Brewery at PAX East.
Oh yeah.
Where we had amazing pretzels and they had, of course, amazing beer. But you sit along the line of the bottling line, which isn't that big compared to how big the brewery is. So you'd imagine that the majority of it is kegs, because you look outside, it's all keg pallets everywhere.
Yeah. That's a great place to go. Scott was the one.
It's a lot of fun.
That turned me onto it when I went there for business a while back. But he said, "Go get the pretzels." I'm like, "Yes, definitely. Beer, pretzels, bring it on. That's exactly what I want." So.
Yeah. But I think a rating on this beer. Also, it's like 93, 95 degrees up here in this room with these two lights and these two monitors pointing at me. So it's pretty hot in here. So this is probably sort of tilting the scale a little bit, but I'd say it's around probably 4.
Okay.
It's a good beer. It's solid. It's of course I'll drink it again, especially when it's getting warmer and warmer out. It's supposed to be upper 90s tomorrow.
Yeah.
What? One of my favorite beers a few years back was the UFO Pale.
Oh, they're
does.
Their OG UFO. I think that was the first one they made. Was their Pale, and then it went from Pale to Belgian White.
And they don't even. I used to be able to find that down in Jersey. Now you
Mhm.
can't find it anywhere. I think you can only get it at the brewery.
Yeah, I think so
Really?
too. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought we could still find it down here because you can find the UFO Hefeweizen, right? I mean,
Yeah. You can find the Hefeweizen. You can find the raspberry. You always see. I think it's the one with the orange on it. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
the Hefeweizen.
That's the Belgian white.
okay.
There's the big squeeze you can find down here.
Oh man, that one's so good.
Really?
But yeah, the UFO Pale, man, that one was good.
But I'm definitely give it a sort of 3. Wouldn't change it really. It's not really my favorite style. Is there's Belgian-y Hefeweizens, but sort of fruit Hefeweizen in this heat definitely kicks it up a little bit. Sort of my go-to right now.
Yeah, and we've talked about this in past shows. It's just like depending on the season, you know, my beer taste will change. You know.
Yeah.
And you know, right now, like with it being 90 degrees, and I don't know what the hell that is in Celsius. I'm sorry, anybody.
It's low 30s.
Yeah, it's super hot. But
Cheers.
like we like my I just want something refreshing, which I think notwithstanding, I don't think that had any reason for me giving this a 3, because again I don't like lagers often, but this is really good.
And I hate Hefeweizens in the winter. I can't stand them. I can't touch them.
I know. And the messed up part is I just found not New Belgium, Dragon's Milk. Steve reviewed it, I thought, on here a while back. But
We just got that.
You just got that?
Yep.
Yeah.
In our beer store.
I found that recently, but I saw that they're doing like reserve versions, and the one version they're bringing out is a s'mores bourbon barrel aged Dragon's Milk, which is a stout, and I'm like, I hope it gets colder.
Yeah, right.
so I can actually drink this without having to worry about like, you know, like it's just like it's like a brick in my. I don't feel like drinking the stouts, but you know. All right, so you would give that a 4.
Yep.
Not because it's super hot, but you know.
No, it's a nice beer. It's no real off flavors, because with a Hefeweizen, if you age it too long, you'll start getting that sort of sharp, soapy flavor.
Sammy, thanks for the host. Hey, crank the AC and pretend.
Yeah, right.
I could.
I wish.
My wife will be sitting here and be like,
"What the fuck?"
She's like, "I'm an Eskimo." She already hates when I put the AC above like 75, you know, in our house. And before I married her, my AC was always at 69. Not because the number's awesome, but because that's the temperature I like the house, right? So wasn't anything to do with the numbers. It's something I chose. So regardless of that, Scott, do you want to jump into the beer review?
Yeah, sure. I'm actually going against all logic here, set forth by Drew and Ted.
Uh-oh.
It's hot here. I think it hit 91 near me. I'm wearing a full button down, long sleeve shirt. I got socks on, and I'm drinking a porter tonight. So
that must be a cold garage run.
So the beer I'm actually doing is from Forgotten Boardwalk, which is a newer brewery here in Jersey in Cherry Hill. I'm doing the Captain's Quarters, which is their Morro Castle porter that they aged in maple bourbon barrels.
That's a sweet label.
It sounded definitely very interesting. Yeah, there's the label on it.
Well, I actually really like that. That's a pretty cool looking label. Huh.
So this actually, I didn't get this. One of my buddies passed it over to me. He's a big bourbon aged beer guy. But this one intrigued me, being aged in maple bourbon barrels. Made me question it right off the bat. I don't know exactly how you get a maple bourbon barrel, unless I guess the wood of the barrel is maple, maybe.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But open this guy up, and you know, for bourbon barrel aged beers, you tend to have them a little higher than 5.7%, which this one is.
I'm gonna let you taste this, and then you're gonna have to let me know what you taste in it, because it was labeled something on Beer Advocate, which is different than what you said it was. So I'm just kind of curious whether or not it has that thing to it.
That character.
Oh, because you're identifying it as a smoked.
Yeah, that's
beer?
that's what they said the style was. So,
Yeah, so
I'm kind of curious.
So what this beer is it's actually their Morro Castle beer is a smoked porter.
Oh.
So they basically took their Morro Castle beer they regularly serve.
Gotcha.
And they aged it in maple bourbon barrels. So you're
Wow.
right. It is a smoked beer. It's just been aged in maple bourbon barrels.
That sounds awesome. Oh my god.
That's a lot of flavor.
I know. I'm kind of interested in. You said this is, where is this out of? Cherry Hill?
Cherry Hill. Yep. It's right near where you work.
Oh shit, man! I'm going. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna grab it. What?
And I did take this guy out of the fridge a little early. One of the reasons I'm actually happy going last. Let it warm up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. It's been like molasses up the nose. Holy crap.
Yeah, very sweet. I don't get much maple,
Really?
but definitely very molassesy.
I've never had a beer from this brewery, so I'm kind of curious. Oh, wait, no, I have. I think. Oh, go you. Okay, continue on.
Yes.
Definitely some smokiness. You get a little vanilla in there. I guess like your typical porters, not overly carbonated, nice and smooth, very almost soft on the tongue. It's actually not bad. You get a little kind of tinge on the tongue, which I guess is some of the bourbon coming through. You get a little bitterness at the back end there. But I got to say, all around, very good beer. I don't pick up any maple. Maybe it's the sweetness I'm tasting, but no definite maple flavor coming through.
Okay.
Or I don't smell any maple as well.
I wonder if that's the vanilla you're picking up kind of thing. It's
Yeah,
sort
it
of
may be.
the woody kind of almost, I don't know, like a bourbon barrel usually is sort of that mapley, or not mapley, sort of vanilla, tobacco-y, leathery kind of dark
Yeah.
flavor.
I'm definitely getting a
maple has a
lot of
different-
that.
Yeah.
But for a 90+ degree day,
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
would still, and I'll be honest, I'm not a big porter guy. I'm not a huge fan of bourbon aged beers, but this one isn't overpowering by any means. Has a lot of good flavors. There's some complexity there. I'd give it a 4 out of 5. 4 bottle caps.
Nice. 4.
Uh-oh. Did I lose
What?
you, Scotty?
Yeah. Disregard that.
Oh, you're frozen.
Yeah, that was a.
That was a good face you're frozen at.
I'm a
I know, it's perfect.
I'm a firefighter, and that was a call coming through.
Uh-oh.
Nah.
So
Do you have to go to it?
no,
Can't
I'm
now, he
drinking.
had a beer.
All right,
I'm
yeah.
drinking now.
So I actually so you're saying that this is from this is Morro Castle. This is their
Yeah.
Morro Castle, right?
Yep.
Smoke porter that was aged in bourbon barrels, maple bourbon barrels.
Nah,
I'm
you're
waiting for-
fine.
he's frozen again. It's awesome. So he's frozen.
Back.
So I've actually had I lied. I actually have had this beer by these guys before, and it was a beer called Funnel Cake.
Yeah, I was gonna say the one that's always around is funnel cake.
I love that beer. It is a fantastic cream ale, and
Yeah.
I totally forgot that they were in Cherry Hill, which is like where I work in Jersey. So,
There's a lot of good stuff down there. There's Forgotten Boardwalk. There's what's that one in Maple Shade? Or not
Flying
Maple
Fish?
Shade. Mount Holly.
Okay, I know Flying Fish is down there, but it's not.
Spellbound. Spellbound is in
Spellbound.
Mount Holly.
Okay.
And there's another one right on the main street in Mount Holly that I can't think of their name.
Oh wow.
I'm not sure.
I don't know, but I mean they have what's the brew pub that's down there? Iron Hill.
In Cherry Hill.
Well, they have multiple ones. Like I moved out of Mount Laurel, New Jersey, and then they decided to put a brew pub like right behind the pub I used to go to, which I was like, well, thank you. It's like when I was in sixth grade and like they wouldn't let us play football, and then when we moved on to junior high, they were like, oh yeah, everybody can play football. I'm like, but I don't even like football anymore, so that doesn't matter to me. It's fine, and it could be worse. Hit up Toonwood Brewery is in a little south of Cherry Hill. Great beer. Ooh, all right, Joe, you're always the man with the plan. I see some really great stuff that you're drinking on Instagram, man. And
Yeah, he's posting good stuff on the Discord too.
Yeah, I'm just absolutely jealous of all the beers you're drinking, by the way. So, there you go on the Discord. So if you're not part of the Discord family, please come and hang out with us. This is not just my Discord. This is also Ratchetsphere, Drew's Discord as well.
We post a lot of beers we're drinking, the bars kind of thing. Quick little mini review kind of situation.
Yeah. All right.
Short pours, as it were.
Short pours. There's never a short pour with me.
Well, this is true.
Yeah. Not with this type of can. Look at this thing.
No. That's no Crowler. Come on now.
No, it's no Crowler. We're not Steve. All right, so let's do before I forget, and because I want to do some Scott. I know you just cracked that open.
It's destroyed his palate.
No, it's fine.
I was gonna say it's probably pretty hard to go to a coffee red ale at this point.
Yeah. It's all right. It's all right. But you had it before, so you can chime in, talk about it, and I can pour it, and then because I'm almost done.
I got to taste it again. I just got to find a bottle opener.
Oh no! Don't hurry it. Drink your beer. While Scott's searching, let's go to the word of the week.
All right.
Dun, 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 dun. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you do not know, we do a word of the week every week on this show where we learn brewery terms and figure out interesting knowledge about beer that we just don't know. Well, I don't know. Drew knows most of it. I'm just catching up. So, without further ado,
I'm here for you, Ted.
Thank you. Word of the week. Longest rumble ever. Bang! I forgot how to pronounce it.
Isinglass?
Isinglass? There you go. It is a gelatinous substance made from a swim bladder of a certain fish, and they don't go into what fish it is, by the way. That is sometimes added to beer to help clarify and stabilize the finished product. That is gross.
It's also known as collagen.
Also known as collagen. So that's gross even more. I'm glad I'm not adding that shit into any of my beer.
Or your face either. Those collagen injections.
Is it usually the sturgeon fish? Is it really?
I believe it.
Okay.
That sounds about right.
Being used less and less in the northeast of the U.S.
Yeah.
Where they're striving for as hazy as they can get.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. I mean, like, yeah. So I look up these terms. This is the one for the week, and I found this very interesting because I never even thought that they would use.
Yep.
I was actually reading lately a guy in trying to brew a beer, and his goal for consistency was pea soup.
Pea
I was like,
soup?
Okay. Oh. Wow.
Wait, are you saying he wanted a beer that was?
He wanted a nice cloudy, thick beer, and he related it to I'm looking for pea soup.
That's gross.
So like, why don't you rack the beer off and just drink the trub at the bottom?
Yeah.
So you might as well just take a pole and just like break up the chunks.
Get that autosave and just put it right in your mouth.
Yeah, seriously. Just break up that yeast cake there, stir it in.
Yep. For chat, people who don't know, trub is when you ferment a beer out. It's all completely done. All the yeast and hop sludge, it settles to the bottom. So it has a nice like 2-inch cake on the bottom. It's just all sorts of nasty in there. Full of B vitamins though. It's actually what's in Mermite. It's basically dried out that.
Yeah. And also, isn't it also not Marmite as well, but it's also what's the stuff that Sammy gets down in
Vegemite?
Vegemite. Isn't it Vegemite too?
I think it's a percentage of it, but it's not all that.
Super salty. If you've never had Vegemite or Marmite, super salty.
Sammy actually has like almost every morning on toast.
Does she really?
Like,
she is the Australian that eats it.
Oh, Vegemite.
So I've definitely seen Marmite. Now I have even more of a reason to not ever actually eat it.
Yeah, right?
So I would just think of the bottom of a fermenter.
Yeah.
All right. I'll be honest. When I was in Australia, the guy I was working there, and the guys are like, I was like, I want to try Vegemite. They're like, it's an acquired taste, and me when I put like butter or like cream cheese on it, I put it on thick.
Oh yeah.
I put it on thick. These guys.
What you're not supposed to do.
No, Vegemite, not so much. You do not want to do that with Vegemite. You do not want a layer of Vegemite this thick on your bread or whatever you're putting it on. It is absolutely. It's literally
not American serving.
No, not American serving.
With Vegemite, are you more going for the health benefit of it rather than the taste, or
is there any
combination?
Is there any health benefit for it?
Well, it has veg in the name, so I would assume so.
Yeah, right.
I felt when I was eating this stuff, and no offense, Sammy, right? And like I brought it back so Anne could try it too, and yeah, that's the mistake so many people make. They slap it on like peanut butter. Oh yeah, that's what I did, by the way, and wonder why it's so goddamn disgusting. So first time I tried it, I did that. It was like this thick. It was disgusting. And then be like, no. You need a small little layer on it, and then another layer of butter, which is also salty. And I'm like,
so you mix it with the butter.
That's what I was told by some guys I was talking to, and I was working with in Australia. Yes, a very nice sparring layer. If I had it that thick, I'd throw up. There you go.
Okay, good.
Yeah, don't times that much. What's up, Paleface Gamer? How are you?
I will still eat that much. I'm gonna try like way too much the first time I try it. I'll try on the show. That'd be great.
You on the show? There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think you should brew a Vegemite beer.
Ooh.
Oh, Iron Brewer. We'll talk about that later.
Wait. Do you have an Iron Brewer list you want to vote on right now?
Oh no, it'll be next week.
Oh, next week. All right, next week.
It's every other week.
Okay. So
which I forgot too.
What was the Scott? You missed it last week, but what was the ingredients that we had on that we voted on?
It was bacon, tomato, French fries, ramps, as in like wild leeks, or Cocoa Puffs.
And which one won?
Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs won.
Really?
Thank God.
Yeah,
that's one of the easiest ones.
And what is Cocoa Puff?
Cocoa Puffs, like the cereal.
Oh, Cocoa Puffs. I got you.
Yeah. So Drew is actually. Are you doing that beer tomorrow?
Yep.
All right. So if you guys please tune in to Rajosphere, go give him a follow. You know, he's gonna be brewing his Cocoa Puff beer tomorrow.
Yes, I think it's gonna be a dry stout kind of thing.
Are you doing the Cocoa Puffs with the grain bill, or are you doing it in the?
I'm putting the cereal in the mash.
Gotcha.
Because what I figure I'm planning on doing with it is it has added sugar, obviously.
Right.
So it's going to make the beer a little drier. But I'm going to be using a grain called 6-row barley, which is your base malt that provides a lot of sugar. But 6-row opposed to 2-row adds more enzymes to help convert more starches to sugar.
Okay.
You usually add this grain when you are making a pumpkin beer. This convert the starches in the pumpkin to sugars. But I'm going to be converting the starches in the cereal to sugar. because it's a cereal grain. You use cereal grain in brewing beer, so it should be one of the
Right.
easiest kind of things to hopefully go for. But actually, I can pull up my grain bill right now. The beer will be 5-pound 2-row barley, which is your predominant sugar source. A pound of dextrin malt, which is sort of texture, adds a little like thickness to it.
Right.
A pound of wheat malt, which adds a little protein, sort of more sugar. Half pound of crystal malt, 40 Levabon, which is like a caramel. It's also called a caramel malt. It adds color and sort of a caramel flavor. Whoop, that's the wrong beer. Looking at actually my looking at the peach beer. Oh no.
Did you
Well,
lose it?
Yeah, I did, but I know it's
Oh,
I have
no!
it's fine. The all the grains came in today as in their like pre-measured amount, so I know it's going to be. But it's 2-row malt, 6-row malt,
Finn.
chocolate barley, roasted barley. The chocolate and roasted barley are sort of the main color and flavor, and then you get I think there is 60 level bond crystal.
Oh wow.
Then there is, I think that's really it. But I think it's fairly pale. I don't have a whole lot of chocolate or roasted barley in there. Hopefully to get some more chocolate flavor from the Cocoa Puffs. But and I want to see what color I can pull from it as well.
So what would you have done if tomato was chosen?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
It would probably have been something like a sun-dried tomato. So I get that more deeper character that tomatoes can have.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe go either a dark beer as well, kind of play off like a mole kind of thing, where you can sort of blend that in with chocolate kind of thing. Or I would go something extremely light and do like a saison with it. Bring up a very peppery yeast with it, and try to make a really savory beer, just to go completely off the rails.
You could add like basil into it and do like a pizza beer.
You got it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll try it. Whatever. I'll probably only make like a 2-gallon beer.
Yeah.
But
so, Paleface. I don't know what Brew Rebellion is. Do you know what that is, Drew? Have you ever heard of that?
Who said this?
Paleface Gamer. He said, "Have you heard of a Brew
Rebellion? No, I have not.
And Finn, it's not crystal meth. It's crystal malt.
Yes.
Yes. It's not brew bad beering bad. Beering bad.
But if I was gonna brew bacon, it'd probably be also a dark beer, kind of like a smoked bacon stout kind of thing.
Yeah.
Ramps onion. I have no idea. It's a leek, so I have to cook it down, try to bring out some kind of sweetness out of the onion, and make a beer with that. That would have been the hardest thing I would have thought of. I don't know what I would do with that. French fries would be another surprisingly easy one too, because French fries is potato is starch. Make a beer with the 6-row barley again and try and convert the starches from potatoes into more sugars. I've made beer with sweet potato before.
Okay.
With 6-row, it comes out very pumpkin style.
Well,
it's very thick.
There's a brewery next by us that actually has it has a sweet potato beer, and it's a Vault Brewing Company.
Yep, I've had that.
Swig and I both reviewed stuff from Vault, and James is a great guy. That sweet potato beer, and loves it every year. You know, like you said, it does come out like a pumpkin beer.
I mean, the breading would be kind of off-putting in the beer. I don't know what I'm gonna do with not breading. If it is breading on, like, I'd probably get like some shitty frozen French fry brand. And hopefully that like Freon flavor that you get in frozen food, or that smell you get, won't go through the beer. That'd be kind of horrible.
Maybe Namaste, like a wheat build. Ramps, maybe Namaste. That's what Joe was suggesting. Where are you guys based? I'm out of Pennsylvania. Scott B is out of Jersey, and Ratchetshire is out of Vermont. So, let me give me a second here. Can someone give Paleface Gamer a permission to post link? If you could. But you know what? That kind of leads in really good segue. By the way, Drew. about some homebrew reviews.
Hey.
So yeah, I know, right? So Scott B and I, if you haven't seen it already, there is a video on demand highlight of us brewing our. We did 2 beers that day, but what we're going to do today is the coffee amber ale. So this, coffee red ale. Yeah, so it's a coffee ale, but it is, yeah. What was it called? It was like a red something.
It was a wildfire red, so it was
Wildfire
a red ale.
This isn't the asshole raccoon.
No,
Yeah.
no, that was the dodgy raccoon is the English pale ale, because
That's right.
I thought dodgy would be good for that one. If you guys don't know about that,
Since you can dodge him.
yeah, I dodged him. I dodged that thing was gonna latch on my leg.
Didn't he already scratch your leg?
No, well, okay, I'm gonna go into the story. So real fast, when Scott and I were brewing our beer, we were bottling this beer and the English pale ale that we did. I'm gonna crack it open real fast and then I'll pour it in a glass because I kind of want to drink it. I was leaving Scott's house, and his wife is actually mortified that this happened, by the way. But
No one tell her.
yeah, no, but she knows. She was there.
All right.
She was coffee. I thought we heard the sound. It was dark. It was 9 o'clock at night, and we heard the
brilliant
sound
red color.
of like a cat like puking. I thought it was a cat puking. Yeah, kind of
Yep,
like that.
that's it.
It's like
That
it's like
horrible noise.
a really bad bass drum from a bad techno song.
Yeah.
Actually, Pale, you didn't get the permit yet, did you? All right, give me a sec. Permit. I think I'm doing this right.
I always forget the command, so I just don't.
Just
Unless you want to send,
don't.
you send me the link and I'll put it in there.
Did it work? No, I failed. Hold on, Pale.
Wait.
Wah, wah. Yeah, there you go. You got 40 seconds. Go for it. So anyway, I
29,
ended up. It turned out to be a raccoon. It was coming down the stairs. It's dark at Scott's house, so it was coming down the stairs, and I was like, oh, poor kitty. No, it was a fucking raccoon, and it jumped at my leg. Right? It literally jumped at my leg, and so I jump back, and it just far enough so that, because it literally looked like it was trying to jump, like grapple onto my leg, and if I had not jumped back, it probably would have. But he basically like sucker punched my leg, and as I was and it had like some weird goo, and anyway, we washed it off, and everything's fine. No cuts in the jeans, nothing else. I'm glad it was
No
my
rabies
pants.
shots?
No rabies shots, thank God. So I ended up going home, and as I was driving home, I think I was driving home, or maybe afterwards, Scotty, I was sitting there saying, I said, you know what, we should name the beers after animal attacks, so the English Pale Ale, which we'll review another day, I don't think I have a cold one in the fridge, is the Dodgy Raccoon Pale Ale, and English Pale Ale, and this one, which is the Coffee Red Ale. You can see the color of it. So this actually has, after fermentation process is done, we added
Mine looks a little darker.
What?
Mine looks a little darker.
His looks a little clearer too. Scott's looks a little cloudier. Like it's also a thicker glass.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I mean,
And you guys naturally carbonated this? Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Dodgy Raccoon or Dodge a Raccoon? I don't know. That's actually a good point.
That's a good one.
I like that too.
Well, I would like to just let everybody know that the raccoon situation has been handled, and there were actually 2 raccoons that were coming in.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's always a third though.
There's always a third.
Well, like I mentioned, I think
It's like the
2
rule
weeks
of
back,
two, the Sith.
I've owned my house for 7 years now, and with the last batch of raccoons, it has been 7 I've taken care of.
Wow.
Oh, you poured it too. There you go. Look, yeah, it's a little darker in the glass there. I think. Maybe. Oh wait, hold on. I had the Guinness label. I think maybe. Similar color.
Yeah.
But yeah, this beer is in after it was done from being fermented. We actually took it, put it into a secondary. Scott did this. I can't say we. Put it in a secondary and then added a quarter cup of coffee in it, which doesn't take on any of the color.
Coffee grounds, coffee beans,
coffee beans.
coffee. Okay.
Whole beans.
Just whole beans.
Nice.
And left it in there for about a week, and
Okay.
we ended up bottling. But as part of the Animal Attacks series, this is the I would call the rabid moose. Only because the way I was thinking for the dodgy raccoon, I could see this raccoon, right, holding a beer in his hand and the shillelagh in another one, like swinging at someone's like shin or knee, right? Whereas the rabbit,
Ted's shin or knee.
yeah, shin or knee,
Yeah.
right? So the rabbit moose, all I see is this like this tricked out moose with like red eyes. This is a red ale, right? Who has like the shakes, and like a ton of like empty coffee cups, like Starbucks.
Oh, it's all
coffee.
jacked up.
Yeah, they're all jitters. He's all jitters, and he's got red eyes, and he's like
It'd come at you like a
he's
spider
little
monkey.
insane. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, these are fictitious labels that I come up for these things. So. All right, so Scotty, what is your take on this? And again, I'm just gonna go to the solo screen. It is Rabid Moose. All right,
Sure.
let's name it. It's a coffee red ale. It's about 5%, and then this is our was the the raccoon Irish? I think so. In my mind, he was.
It can be.
Rabid
Why
moose.
not? Yeah, because he's dodgy and he's holding a
Yeah.
shillelagh. That's my thought.
You definitely pick up coffee right out of the gate.
Yeah, you can smell it like it's nobody's business in this thing.
Yeah.
How long has it been since you guys bottled it?
2 weeks, 2 and a bit.
Yeah, 2 weeks would have been Monday, so 2 weeks and 2 days.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
not a lot of carbonation on it. Even when you're pouring it out, which is nice because sometimes you can overcarbonate when you're doing with a stuff with a
When you prime it.
the priming sugar. But the coffee is very prominent in the scent of this, and even in the flavor of it,
Yeah. You almost get some bitterness with the coffee, and I remember before I added the coffee, I tasted it, and this had some bitterness from hops.
I think the coffee bitterness may overpowers the hops in this now.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't taste like you're drinking a cup of coffee, but there's a little bit of sweetness I get when I'm tasting this. And this is kind of inspired by the fact that I've had some pale beers. I can't remember the styles of it, but the brewers have added coffee to it, and all you see is like this IPA, really golden ale, and you smell it, and you're like,
Stout?
like, where is this coffee scent coming? But
I love 'em.
that's how you actually in a secondary, when it's colder, you add the beans, and it won't take on the color of it.
Mm-hmm.
It will take on the flavor and also take on the aroma of the coffee.
Then you can do the same thing with cocoa nibs or like cacao beans. Cacao beans and coffee beans have the same property essentially, like the same oil, same kind of situation, just different flavor. So you can basically use them interchangeably. If you wanted to, you can make a chocolate bar instead of chocolate. You can make a coffee bar.
Ooh.
If you put it through like the same stone grinding situation you do with chocolate, which would be insane.
And if I had that most important meal, oh wait, are you talking about the raccoon? It didn't have a last meal, or maybe it did. I don't know.
A few swipes of cat food probably.
Oh, Carton's regular coffee. Have you had that, Scotty?
Yeah, I've actually
Did you review that?
I've reviewed the two variants of that.
Right.
The Corrado and the Cafe Churro.
Right.
I gave you both of them.
Yeah, they were fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think he's talking about Magnify the Brewery.
Oh. Well, I had that most important meal. Oh,
I haven't had any of Magnify's stuff, but they're another brewery that's really big into those hazy Northeast style ales.
Really, I don't even know where are they out of.
They're Jersey. They're
Oh,
I think they're North Jersey. Yeah,
huh.
they're another
Interesting.
one of those small breweries that has limited can releases, and it's like all the rave right now.
So
There's a
like
line
Tired
waiting
Hands,
for the can. Yeah, Tired Hands, Other Half,
Alchemist.
Treehouse, all them.
Yeah. I haven't had. I've had some other half. Recently, Isaac's has had a lot of Tired Hand beers on tap, and every single time I go in there, it's like, just give me that. I don't know what it is. Just give it to me.
Yeah,
I want it. But
I'll say with this beer, exactly as the coffee smells, the beer tastes.
mm-hmm.
And it's by no means a smooth coffee flavor. I don't know how to explain it, but it's not a smooth coffee flavor.
No, there's not like it's not like you're drinking a cup of like coffee with cream in it, you know.
Okay.
No.
And we've done that with the coffee stout that we brewed.
The
and,
milk stout.
And coffee milk stout, which comes out really nicely.
Is this beer more beer with coffee in it, or a coffee that happens to be beer? Like, is it more so the beer first than coffee?
This is
Or
coffee up front.
Okay.
Definitely
Yeah.
coffee up front.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that might die down after you age it a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah.
If it's too overpowering kind of thing. Because I think it will sort of drop out.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's very because it's a red ale. It's refreshing.
Okay.
You know, but then you have like that coffee flavor to it.
Yeah. Sort of coffee richness, deepness kind of thing.
I think actually, yeah, Scott gave me a cosmonaut. I had that. That was good. That's the one with brewed with the carton cosmonaut has the freeze dried ice cream in it.
I want it.
Yeah.
I want it.
It's really good.
I got a can for you next time you're in Jersey, or
All right.
however we ship beer. I don't know how to ship beer, so
Well,
When I ship beer down there, you'll have a box. Send it back.
we'll send it back. We'll send a
All right.
bunch of beer back.
yeah, I actually have a lot of carton cans in the fridge, so I think carton's one of those big brands that doesn't make its way very well out of Jersey, so I can ship a lot of them.
Sweet.
No, I don't think they get out. They get to PA very limited. Like we get the boat beer, but we never get any of the other beers and kegs anywhere else.
Yeah,
here.
for Rick, I didn't get the carton. They put out a Sunday beer. I didn't try that one.
Well, waiting. What happened? Just happened to wait in long effing line for raspberry milkshake. What? Tired Hands.
Tired Hands makes all those milkshake beers.
Is it like a milk stout with raspberry in it? Is that what it is?
Sure.
I think they consider their really thick and hazy beers milkshakes, and it's usually they make a hazy IPA, and then in the secondary they'll put in a fruit and some vanilla bean.
I'm down.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I actually breathed in like this beer, and it felt like I just felt like I was just like not breathing in coffee. Not that I breathe coffee. That's
You huff coffee? Okay, sorry.
But like, you know, like the aroma of it, just like, because half of smelling is also half of tasting is also smelling, but it's or so they say. I don't fucking know. I've never had anything from Magnify. I'm gonna have to look this up though. I definitely have to look this up and see if I can find some. But if they're out of Jersey, we might be able to find it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's tough. It's one of those that one day of the week they put out their beer release and it goes.
But can you go to their brewery and just like pick up other cans that they have? I wonder.
Well, their canning line is limited to the point when they open it up, it sells. but I'm sure you can go to the brewery and fill up a growler or just taste there.
Well, that's because I mean, go to Trillium, right? Trillium, you can actually pick up those beers and grab it, and then they have some stuff on there. Then they have this special release stuff that they probably have lines out the door as well. Brewery only. Oh, bollocks! Damn it, Joe. We gotta go drive somewhere now. No limited can release. Okay.
Mm.
Well, then we can just go and grab some of this stuff. Vine Shine, Low Viz, fairly readily available in cans. All right. I gotta find the address, Scotty. Looks like we're gonna have to go on a road trip.
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. We'll
I
tell the
think
girls.
we should go up there and then make our way over to Brooklyn to go to other half.
Not a problem with me. I'm okay with that. I actually still have some Brooklyn Brewing Company tokens too somewhere in here. And I don't care if they sold it. I like their beer.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I
We
think
guys can go to 6 Star.
6 Point.
6 Point.
Yeah.
They're the one that makes the my favorite. What's called the bean ale. It has 5 different beans in it.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Well, black bean, vanilla bean, cocoa bean, chocolate, or cocoa bean, coffee bean,
Can you see
and
that?
something else.
Those come in the small cans, right?
Yep.
They're like less than 12-ounce cans.
Yeah.
It's like an
Come in 4 packs
espresso
of
shot
them.
can.
Yeah.
I still have a Carton Brewing Company poker chip left over.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Which I don't remember what that got us, but this is
I got you one sample.
one free sample, right? Well, paid for.
Hot damn.
Saved
But
sample here.
the great thing about Carton is you walk in and you drop $5 and you get six 4-ounce samples.
Yeah.
That's not bad
Solid.
for $5.
Yeah, it's not too bad at all. I'm looking for those chips. I don't think I have the And shit, Scott. The last time we were up there, I think it was like it wasn't my bachelor party, which was 10 years ago this year.
Oof.
But it was after the wedding. I brought you guys up to New York as well. We went there, didn't we? I think so.
To where?
Brooklyn, didn't we? Brooklyn Brewing Company.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for hanging out. I do appreciate it. I'm glad you dropped in too. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. We're here every Wednesday. And I'll see you on Command Humans stream. I do appreciate it. Yeah. I feel bad because I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm just
That guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just say Gypsap? I don't know.
No.
How? Gypsap? I don't know. You tell me how you want to pronounce your name, please, and I would love to know because I'm looking at the characters and I'm like, I have no fucking clue.
I'm dyslexic. I'm like,
No,
nope.
seriously. Exactly. All right, so this is our coffee red ale. I'm really enjoying this, and we have a bunch more down in the basement. But Drew, you have a bunch of a homebrew you wanna
I got 2.
Gissy app. Love it. Gissy
Got
app.
it.
Thank you for hanging out, and do appreciate for the follow the other day. I do appreciate it. That guy might work.
No, no one wants to be that guy.
Gissy, yeah, that's good. Thank you for stopping in. Do appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon. All right, so Drew, you have 2 beers you want to actually do for homebrew today.
Yeah,
right?
sure. Because I'm in fact, I think bottling these tomorrow after I do my brew stream.
Okay, well,
It's gonna be a brew stream and bottling stream.
Which one are you gonna do first?
Let's do the cream ale. Boom.
Beaches
Right.
and cream.
This one I brewed 2 weeks ago. No, 3 weeks ago. Primary for 2 weeks, and then I added nothing, and then put in secondary for another week. This is a cream ale. It's my peaches and cream ale. With peaches, ginger, and orange blossom honey.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's gonna be still, so it's also room temperature, so it should be a little flavorful. Nose right off the bat, stronger than ginger. I think I put a little bit too much in. But sort of ginger honey note, which is fine because cream ales can be a little sweeter. But I also had plans of draw hopping this, but I don't think I'm gonna do that now. But very mild, which is nice. which it's light.
Sammy.
Oh god. Oh jeez. Yeah.
You're biased.
But I guess there are peaches there. It's kind of hidden away by the ginger and sort of honey character. Are sort of more the predominant flavors. But not really big strong hop character, which there shouldn't be in a cream ale. But it's not a whole lot of bitterness. I guess the contrast to sweetness, instead of hop bitterness, it's more of the ginger spice.
Okay.
It almost resembles like a holiday ale, like that amount of ginger, which is a little too much. Hopefully they'll age out. I don't think it will.
What was the thought behind adding the ginger to it?
Sort of go with a sort of like a peach cobbler kind of thing, as a sort of contrast to the hard sweetness. Because I know it's going to be very sweet from the peaches and the honey. I wanted to do something else. I didn't want to do hops because that could come off very pale ale kind of character. But I also had the misfortune of having to use ground ginger, not like fresh ginger.
Yep.
So you kind of have that character of like a cardboardy kind of old spice, not armpit Old Spice, but back of the cabinet Old Spice.
Okay.
It's a little like I want to say the ginger's a little oxidized, like it's been sitting out for a while, so you have that sort of cardboard flavor. But I think when I sort of chill it down, that will subdue a lot, and when I carbonate it, it might make that more sparkling kind of sharp character instead of that cardboard dull ginger I can kind of get in there. It's very dry, which I planned it to be because the honey and the peaches are very fermentable. It's gonna be I can't really tell about it with it being at room temp but still, but I think that has some potential when you sort of chill it down and carbonate it, sort of make it more effervescent. It is kind of what I expect it to be, or what I sort of was shooting for. Just that the ginger is fell a little flat than I wanted to. So
this is a beer you've done before, though, right?
Nope, this is the first time we did this beer.
Oh, first time. Okay, no, it's the habanero.
The habanero IPA,
Okay.
habanero mango IPA, which is still in the conical.
Gotcha.
Which I am going to put in the peaches and habanero in tomorrow, as well as the dry hops.
Ooh.
Yep. So I get to what I'm planning to do there is adding all the stuff on top. I think it's about a gallon or so of like fruit juice and water kind of puree. And then I'm going to dry hop with I think 4 ounces of hops.
Okay.
Maybe 4 to 6, depending on what I'm going to use.
Going with the more like fruity hop?
I'm going with Citra and Chinook. So Citra being very, very fruity, and sort of that piney note of Chinook. And then I'm going to drop out the yeast off. It's a conical, so it has all the cone and the yeast cake I get to pull out the bottom.
Right.
So I get to drop out all that brown sludge. And then I'm going to hook up my CO2 tank to the bottom and then pump CO2 through it. So I get to turn the whole thing around and to kick up the yeast back into suspension, like the sort of creamier, healthier yeast. So I get all the yeast sort of back in suspension, getting sort of contact with that sugar. And that also will speed up the process for dry hopping as well as secondary, because I'm not aerating the wort. I am putting CO2 in it, so I'm not obviously putting oxygen in there.
Gotcha.
So that's a process I learned when I worked at the brewery. Instead of sort of throwing hops on top and waiting a month or so, dry hopping, you can put hops and whatever on top. And then I guess you could do this with a carboy too if you want to hook up like an air stone, like a little stainless. You can buy stainless steel air stone for like fish tanks. Like hook up to a CO2 tank, sanitize it, drop it down to the bottom. When you dry hop it, you can turn on your CO2 for.
Wait, you're saying one of those little bubbler things from like a fish tank?
Yep. They make little stainless steel ones that you usually can use to pump oxygen into your beer to get oxygen in the beer for the yeast. Well, I use CO2 just so I get some turbulence in there, so I can get everything kicked around, roused back up.
This is done versus kind of racking it into another carboy and getting it all done that way.
Yeah,
keeping it
since I can't rack it off a CO2 off a 20-gallon conical. I need some kind of turbulence in there.
Right.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
So I pump CO2 just to get things bubbling and moving around.
Interesting. Okay. Wow.
I'm pretty pumped. And then that should be another 2 more weeks in there. And maybe I'll drop the temperature slowly over the course of those 2 weeks. So when the yeast gets cold, it'll start hibernating, cleaning the beer up by itself, so it gets rid of all of those off flavors. And sort of get ready for lagering or aging in the bottle or caking.
And this is for the habanero mango IPA, right?
Yep. Because it has a interior chill coil kind of thing.
That's cool. That's kick-ass.
Yeah.
I don't have any of those fancy things yet.
That was a sweet Christmas present like 3 years ago. I'm like,
Nice.
20 gallons? Are you kidding me? Jesus Christ.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
4 kegs or
I think...
100 plus 12 ounces?
Wow.
I don't
I
know.
think Twitch is getting drunker than you guys. So,
Uh-oh.
I don't know, man. Maybe it
I'm
does
working on it.
happen.
I'm working on it.
It could be worse. Or are we just making Twitch drunker by being on Twitch?
I think so.
We're adding classiness to it
I mean, I brewed
with my Beer Geek shirt.
40 gallons on Twitch so far, so I hope it's getting pretty drunk.
So you have one other homebrew you wanted to talk about, right?
I do.
All
This is the first Iron Brewer beer I've done. Kind of the biggest hype
Scotty.
for the Iron Brewer.
All right.
This is the mushroom English style IPA. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Cool.
It took a little while.
Got it.
Hooray!
Wait for it. There it is.
There we go.
Wait.
There we go.
There it is. The shroom beer. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Well, that's what you called it in the thing.
You're right. You're right. Because
you put it in the no.
Discord. No, you're right. No, you're right.
All right.
You're right. It's a English style IPA brewed with mushrooms I got from Crowded Kitchen.
Right.
It's I guess the mushroom variety was Hen of the Woods, which is a very nutty variety of mushroom.
It's a bit
But
nutty.
It's a bit nutty. But I think a week and a half ago, I dry hopped it with 2 ounces of Chinook.
Ooh.
I didn't have any, I guess, noble hop or English style hop, so I got the next best thing, which was Chinook, which is a very piney, bitter hop, which kind of fits in that style of an English hop. But the smell is very much piney, slight citrus. What is that? Almost grapefruit. Then a very rich caramel malt smell to it.
So I would think grapefruit and mushroom.
Yep. You think no?
No, I'm it's kind of like a conflicting like feeling to me, but I don't know.
But yeah, it's odd. It's odd. Definitely odd. If I could sort of paint a picture with what I smell, if I want to be all so fancy, it's kind of being in like a really dark woods. You kind of get like a rich pine flavor from the Chinook, but then you get this deep thing to it. I don't know what it is. It's very dark, like very
Earthy.
rich, earthy. Yes, I guess that's it. Nothing's more earthier than being a mushroom.
Right.
But I guess it's sort of your umami or sort of earthy note.
Well, that's what you were saying when you were brewing too. It's like that you're getting that umami, character.
And it's also sort of slightly nutty, which I know that's sort of the character of the mushroom. And I guess I can't really pull out the mushroom in this beer. I didn't think I would be able to smell it after brewing with it. Or I think I boiled it for like 15 minutes in the brew stream, just to make sure I killed everything because it's something that lives in dirt. Yeah,
and spores.
Spores are a thing. This is true. I was going to dry hop with the mushroom. I didn't want to risk that. I didn't know what it come out from.
No, that would have been risky.
I want to say the mushroom.
What if you boil the mushrooms with a little bit of water, and then dry hop with that?
Yeah. So make a tea with it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I could. I don't know what that would contribute. It would contribute, obviously, sound or smell, but it would, I don't know, possibly dilute it. But I don't know if I only did like maybe a few ounces. But I got a half a pound of mushrooms, which was a bag this big, dried. Mm-hmm. So if I add water to it, it'd be all absorption and sort of everything was kind of be at a sort of a wash. So I wouldn't really know. So I think I added an extra 2 gallons of liquid to the boil. So when I added those half pound of dried mushrooms, they would swell up. I would lose some kind of volume, but it would still add that flavor. But I would say this.
Thank you for the follow. Do appreciate it.
But I'm pretty sure it's mushroom first, then hops, and then malt.
Okay.
In the aroma, which is very odd. I can't find a flavor that would best describe this. It's mushroomy, if that helps, but it's more nuttier than mushroom. I don't know. But I tried this before I dry hopped it. It was very, very, very malty, very nutty, very much on the sort of English style brown ale. It wasn't very hoppy at all. It didn't have much aroma to it because I used a lot of bitter hops, not so much flavor or aroma. So I sort of threw a lot of hops on the end.
Wait, I don't, Finn, I don't understand. Wait, it's waiting for the BC Shroom beer? BC
Shroom beer.
I don't know.
British Columbia?
Oh, well, maybe.
There are breweries that do make mushroom beers. This is not the first ever.
Okay.
I know there's one in Colorado that made a mushroom beer. I think Magic Hat made one.
Did they?
Yes, I think so. And they're Odd Notion. Odd Notion was I think people at the brewery would do like a little brew fest, and whenever the little mini brew fest who worked there, they would make that beer commercially. All right.
Psychedelic shrooms. Oh, I see. I don't know if I would want to like a psychedelic beer. It's we were talking a few weeks ago about like the weed beer, and like
that sounds like a bad idea.
It does, because the guy, a guy that I know in Alaska, he lives in Anchorage. No, I know a guy that get me some stuff, right? So he actually said that he had weed beer and it messed him up for like 3 days. So, yeah, I don't know, psychedelic shrooms in a beer.
No.
Not my thing.
I know someone, but I legit know someone.
I know someone
who did this, and I think the after effects lasted 2 days. For some reason, when it was mixed with alcohol, it stayed in there for a little longer, and it was a bad idea. He missed like 2 days of work. I heard it's not a good idea.
What? Wait, what did he do? Say it again.
Made I think it was like a cocktail. Like it was like vodka that's steeped mushrooms in it. The bad mushrooms. Well, the good bad mushrooms. Yeah, and it had some lasting effects.
Dude, that just sounds very painful. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
No way.
Stuck in Alice in Wonderland for a little bit? No, thank you.
Oh, God. I couldn't do it. Myself.
Now, back to flavor of this thing, which is weird. It's big on the mushroom in the front. But it's not too out there. It's obviously not malt.
Okay.
But it has a mushroom, that same smell I sort of had, kind of that rich, deep, earthy, nutty flavor. And when that fades, it goes into a fairly balanced bitterness, which is nice. Not overpowering. Kind of fits perfectly. The dry hops I put in sort of helps that transition a little bit. It goes away. It sort of smells mushroom, hops, malt kind of thing.
Okay.
And when I dry hopped it, there's still some yeast kicking around in there. It was coming out a little more banana note because there's still yeast kicking around and doing this thing, sort of still alive, almost like a Hefeweizen. And I was kind of afraid that would still be here now that it's just about done fermenting. But oh man, it's weird. It's
I can't wait to taste it.
Yeah, like if you guys ever had a bowl of ramen noodles, Thaito's is gonna be pretty excited about this because he wants me to make a ramen beer for the next
ramen beer. There you go. You got your ramen beer, man.
He wants me to make a chicken fajita flavor packet ramen beer. What? I know. It's gonna be the lineup.
He also suggested like rabbit bones.
Rabbit bones. Yeah.
Rabbit bones in the beer. And, oh man, I don't know. That's just.
But like, I think there's a mushroom flavor
Yeah.
ramen. It's kind of that flavor. I don't know if anyone's had it, but it's not salty. Thank God. Oh, Rip Scott. But it's very interesting. It's not off-putting at all though. It
Okay.
works. It works. It's maybe a little bit on the strong side of the mushroom flavor, but it's not like holy shit, I can't drink this.
Okay.
Which is fine. That's a win for me.
Yeah.
As long as I can finish a glass, which I probably can. If I had to change anything so far, I don't know what I would do. Maybe less mushroom a little bit. Maybe more hops in the sort of end of the boil, because I don't get much flavor hops. I get the bitterness, I get mushroom, and then I get a little like piney note in the front.
So
but it's hard to point out what mushroom tastes like. Oh, it's not like portobello.
It's a meaty flavor.
Yeah, it's kind of that.
Yeah.
But not as much as it is when you bite into them. Because like the sweetness and the hops take away from the actual like the texture of actually biting into one.
Okay.
Which is very, very odd. I'm happy it turned out so well though. I am not like put off by it though.
So
it makes me want to make it again though.
Drew is going to be hopefully. He might be sending some of this our way, Scotty. So when we do, I'm going to we'll crack it open and we'll have to do a tasting of it real fast.
I think I'm sending you some. I'm sending Crowded Kitchen a lot because he wanted a lot.
Well, he sent you the mushrooms.
The mushrooms. I think the mushrooms. Right. I think he sells them to people like this restaurants, and I think it retails for him. Well, he pressed them out. It's like $50 to $25 for the half pound. I'm like, holy fuck yeah!
Oh, yeah. He forages for them. Like
he's getting like half the keg.
Yeah.
But I'm also sending some out to Mythmatic and Simply Jackson.
Is your brother out there already?
Yep.
Nice.
He's out there until the end of the month. He might be coming back. He might be staying. Who knows? He's doing fairly well Twitch. He's only doing Twitch full time now.
Nice.
Well, but, whatever you send to Ted will be returned with some carton.
For sure. Damn right. I'm also be sending more Vermont beer as well.
Nice. Can't go wrong with that, man.
It's brought me a few boxes.
Cannot go
but,
wrong
man,
with that.
This is like very odd. I can't get over it.
I'm excited to taste it.
It's definitely mushroom in the beer.
Right.
But it fits.
All right.
I'm excited.
I had the idea of because speaking of other homebrewers, like nothing along the lines of like the Iron Brewer type thing, but Scotty, I was thinking the other day we could do a bourbon barrel aged stout or like a whiskey barrel aged stout, and you said you're not a big fan of bourbon barrel aged stuff, but there's a distillery that just opened up in our area, and they sell it at a farmer's market by us, and so this Saturday we're gonna go because last Saturday it was just absolute pouring. We went there and Ann went and got whatever the hell she wanted, but I was gonna talk to them, see what type of alcohol they had, and then I was like, I was thinking maybe we could do something with their whatever they make at the distillery, and then kind of like soak it in. She said they have gin. But I really can't see gin soaked like oak in beer. I mean,
I've done a juniper beer, which kind of sits in the same line as a gin mixed beer.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
Weird.
I might if depending on what they have. If they have like a whiskey, because I've had some whiskey barrel aged stuff. I was thinking to figure out something to do with that, with whiskey. I'm not sure what. I have no idea yet. It was just a random idea when when I was at the farmer's market the other day, this past Saturday. And I was like, I want to see what they have, and then kind of approach them and say, hey, I want to do this with your stuff. Maybe have them give me some free shit. It really was probably my only real reason for thinking of it. So,
sure.
Hey guys, greetings from Munich. Oh,
hey.
Nice. The real beer home.
Yeah,
I've never been to Munich, man. I want to go. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Thank you for hanging out, and hanging out with us, man.
Mm-hmm. It's morning there. It's Guten Tag.
Not that.
If not, hello.
Yeah, not that late. Well, it's late there, but Solar. Thanks for coming in, man. I do appreciate it. Sorry you're like a zombie from your tests and stuff, but it could be worse, right? Yeah, man. We'll talk to you soon. I may be doing some gaming sometime soon. Maybe not. I don't know. It could be worse.
Up in the air.
The beer motherland. That's very true, Dark Hair Beauty.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. What's up?
I know it's like a roots to good beer there.
Yeah.
Well, there are still good beers there. It's pretty solid stuff still coming out there.
A lot of music.
And yeah, like Stone Brewery, they're pretty good over there, right?
No, Stone Brewery. It's only opening in Berlin.
I know.
It's
Whatever. Hashtag America.
Oh, boo.
I'll be that guy. I'm sorry.
Be that guy.
Sorry,
It's
I was that
Germany.
American.
It's all one small place, right?
Yeah.
They're all next to each other.
Yeah, right. There's two beers on the market here that real Munich's drink. One is Augustiner.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me if I'm pronouncing that right. And
Augustiner, yeah.
I don't think I've ever had this other one. Tyr and Steer.
Yeah, I've never had that one.
Steer?
I've had Augustiner.
Yeah, I've had
Augustiner is one of their big beer gardens.
Yep.
Yeah.
One day I'll be there.
Then you have Australia, where beer is disgusting. No,
Well, no.
not all your beer is disgusting.
I mean, Foster's pretty horrible.
Well, Foster's not even Australian.
I know.
They actually just proved it out. It wasn't even like, it's not even. It's made in America.
Yeah.
People in Australia don't even know who the fuck Foster's is.
Yeah, right.
So, Foster's. Actually, I can't remember when I was in Australia. There was one brewery that I loved, and I can't remember what it was. I'll have to. I think I may sell the bottle downstairs. I don't know.
It's funny because Australia and New Zealand are now big up and coming hop providers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, funny thing is, when I was down there, like the craft beer scene was absolutely nothing, right? And they had one craft brewery because I was there for work, and I remember going to the Food and Wine Festival in Sydney when I was there, and they had one brewery that was craft brewery, and the rest all was wine. I was hammered. I didn't go anywhere. I went into the Food and Wine Festival. I ate a ton of really good stuff. I confused some people who were I guess Australian reps from the Philadelphia Cream Cheese Company, and I went up to them and was like, "Oh, I'm from Philadelphia," and they thought I was a rep from Philadelphia. I was like, "No, I mean the city, the actual city."
Yeah.
But the one craft brewery was there. It was really good, decent stuff, right? But I theorized to myself, it's like the next big explosion of craft beer will have to come from Australia, I think.
I hope so.
And they like it's like, what was the wine a few years ago with Australian wines?
Yes.
I
have no idea, but I did hear about it.
Yeah. So I mean, everybody was all super stoked about it. Still very exciting vintage of wine, but it's
Now it's all about that honey that's from New Zealand and Australia.
Was it the hops?
No, that honey that's going on now. That's from Australia and New Zealand. That's like supposed to be so damn amazing.
Really,
like full
honey?
Of Yep. I forget what plant it's from, but it's like high in antioxidants and all this kind of health stuff.
That's all you got to say to get people to buy it. Oh yeah, it's high in antioxidant.
Oh, of course. I'll take all of them.
Oh man. No, Scott, you have your hives, right? Or are they back in working progress or?
So my bees left in the middle of the winter.
Yeah.
So I checked them in the spring and I had no bees. But luckily, my dad split one of his other hives and brought them over here. So they're still doing good.
Mm-hmm.
I did not add a queen, so hopefully they're raising a queen. And we'll see in the next month or so.
Mm-hmm.
Drew, you just put your hives in, speaking of honey, right? So
that's right. I think I checked them yesterday, and it's an 8-frame hive, and about 4 of the frames are full of brood already. So
Very cool.
they're kicking ass right now.
You posted a picture too on here.
On our Discord. Yep, the most recent one, I think, on the Under the Farm, wherever it's called. On the farm. Yep. Yesterday at 12, around 1 o'clock.
I finished off mine. I've had 2 already. Unfortunately, I brought a third one to drink, by the way, but it's now beyond room temperature. So I would literally have to run downstairs and grab another one. I don't stop. I never stop all day. Drink all day. You know, I wish that was possible. You know,
maybe at my old job.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, well, you were working at a brewery, so
exactly.
You had my job beer all day long.
Yeah.
No, I finished off our beer, so you know, we actually brew. We in the beginning of the show we generally do around 8 o'clock, which is I don't know what it is in Munich, but we do beer reviews. So I did. I don't know if you guys just want to go through the beers we reviewed real fast.
Sure.
We're also talking about homebrew too, a little bit there. So this is actually a beer from Norway. My friend Seth Ross, who's probably fell asleep in the stream. My man, he's doing his 24-hour stream tomorrow. So wish him a happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Seth. You are 24 years young.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just make that
We'll go with it.
up. So this is the beer that Sathros brought to me in when we were at PAX East in Boston. Mm-hmm. It is a Euro Pale Lager. I never had it before. I'm not a big lager fan, but I gave it actually a 3. So beer in a can. No, the beers in cans are good.
Whoa, who said that? Flip table.
Severed, look, beer cans are decent. In the United States, it's a big thing here. You know, so 24 again for the 17th time, right, Sam?
Mm-hmm.
So, no, I'm kidding. Look, man, we can send you some fantastic beers that are in a can from the U.S., and we're working on a beer trade. So, if you're interested, don't forget to follow. We actually are working on doing a beer trade. So you send us some fantastic stuff from Munich, or wherever you are from in the world, anybody else is interested in it, and we will send you some fantastic stuff from the United States. But anyway, this is the beer that he gave me. It was the last one he had. For the second time, you get. For the second time. Not the fourth time. All right, for the second time. So, Scotty, you did the...
Forgotten Boardwalk.
Forgotten Boardwalk.
It is their smoked porter aged in maple bourbon barrels. Oh yeah, so that's the brewery. The name of the beer was the Captain's Quarters.
Captain's Quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then Drew, you did the...
I did the UFO from Harpoon, the Huckleberry version. I gave it a 4 out of 5 ball caps. It is a sort of a fruit Hefeweizen.
Yeah. All were really good beers.
Yeah.
I haven't had either of the ones that Scott and Drew had, but I'm going to go out there go find it. And Scott reminded me that Forgotten Boardwalk is down by my work, so I'm going to go pick it up tomorrow. Wait, no, I work from home tomorrow. Psh, Monday is when I'm going to go find some of their stuff and bring it home.
You can break off from work and go for a little... You can break off from work and go for a little trip.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, lunchtime.
Boss wouldn't care.
You need to take off on Wednesday and go to Ardmore and get some tired hands.
Dude, I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed. I used to work right down there, and it just I didn't even realize it was so close. 5 minutes.
Wow.
Severin, thank you, and hopefully I pronounced your name correctly. If I didn't, please let me know. Severin55, thank you for the follow. Do appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was so pissed that I didn't even realize that they were by my old job until like a few episodes of the stream ago, and I was kicking myself in the ass. I was like, 5 minutes. What? I hated that place. That job was horrible. At least it would have made it something better.
Yeah, so, make it bearable.
Would have been bearable. I had tire hands right around the corner. Guys, it's almost 10 o'clock. I think this is kind of where we're going to call it quits. I do want to bring up one thing. One thing though, you can see down there. There is a down this way, right below me. There's a donation bar. My wife has agreed to read live on stream Goodnight Brew if we can get $100 in donations, which will go straight to Anne, by the way. So there is a buy me a beer button down in the panels. If you want to drop whatever you want to drop, I don't care. I'm not gonna ask for your money. You want to give me bits, I don't whatever. But I think it would just be fucking funny as hell to force my wife to read a Goodnight Brew on the stream.
She loves being on stream. She loves it. It's her favorite thing in the world.
She absolutely fucking hates it.
Even better.
So, but this is not a children's book, by the way. This is a book, a parody for beer people. My mom got this for me a little while ago, but my wife was a teacher for kids, and
she better read it like she's like reading the kids.
Well, that's what I was telling her.
Showing the pictures.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I want her to do. So, right, read like you're reading to Owen.
Yeah.
You know, my son Owen.
Show it to the class.
So, but yeah, I got the book and I was like, Ann, come and read it on the stream. She's like, no, I won't do it. It's like, well, what would you do? What would you do it for? She's like, give me $100. I was like,
done.
You already take all my money. Why am I going to give you $100? So I was like, all right, fine. I'm going to put a donation up there, and if anybody wants to donate, they can. If we don't make the thing in 16 days, I'll force her to do it one way or another.
Beer and beer.
She's gonna kill me.
You're not giving a good reason for people to donate here.
No, I'm not. I'm not good at trying to people to give me money. I'm horrible at it. I just love the fact you guys are coming and hanging out with me, and drinking. If you're watching and drinking beer, that's even better. That's the whole point. And I've said this, I don't know how many times, because this is, I can't even remember what episode this is anymore. I totally messed that up a while ago, as far as what episode we're on. But man, I started this because I don't get out to the pub as much as I used to, and I don't get a chance to hang out with my friends. And so I'm bringing all the people to me to drink with me like I'm going to the pub, which is why it looks like a bar in a pub, an old English style pub anyway. Wait, what was that? Read like she's reading to Owen. Are you going to sit in her lap while she reads? I could, Finn. That would be funny. Who knows? No, she's reading to everybody like she's reading to my son Owen.
Like she's reading to a class.
She's reading to a class. It'd be kind of funny. But anyway, no, I'm horrible at even trying to even say, hey, donate. You know what
should, if you don't make the goal,
yeah,
you should at least have her read it, have us record it and put it as a video highlight. It won't be live, but it'll still be there.
I maybe I'll do that. That might not be a bad idea.
Yeah.
So she doesn't like the live. She doesn't like being on camera. She doesn't like any of that stuff.
Know that like 30 people are watching her. No, kick your butt in the card game. Yeah, she hated that.
Oh yeah, she loved that one too. But anyway, the donation thing's down there. If you want to donate, you can. If you don't, that's cool. I'm just glad you guys are hanging out with us. So I think I covered all the bases. We did the beer reviews. We did the word of the week. We talked about homebrew today.
Yep.
Lots of homebrew. Scott's and my homebrew, which was a coffee red ale. We did, and Drew did a 2 beers, which is the
3 beers.
3.
But yeah, I did for my homebrew. I did the peaches and cream as well as the shroom IPA.
Shroom IPA. Well, we'll have to come up with a different, better name with that. Maybe we'll do
because that's giving false pretense what's actually in there.
Yeah. Well, you said it on the Discord.
You're right. That's what was actually said on my phone too. So.
Yeah. All right.
But I got one more thing.
One more thing.
Yep. I do plan on doing a giveaway for people who are interested in brewing. And we'll basically leave it at that. If you guys are ever interested, give me a follow, and I'll explain more on my brew stream tomorrow.
Yep.
About it.
And Drew will be brewing tomorrow. What time? Random.
I say in the morning. Let's be honest. It's going to probably be around 12 to 1 o'clock.
All right.
So the afternoon is what it is.
The afternoon. So,
Not the morning.
so when you're done, when if you want to do 2 streams tomorrow, my suggestions would be
Split stream.
dual. Well, you could do a dual stream, totally different type of streams, right?
Yep.
Sathross's birthday is started European time already. He is 24, 15 times over. Shots fired.
Not from Norway. They don't do
Not
that.
from Norway. Not from Norway. So, anyway, watch Sathross tomorrow, and also don't forget to drop Sathross, and also watch Drew. He will be on sometime when the sun is in the sky in the afternoon.
Nailed it. Just like that. So, some point.
Your birthday's next week? Nice.
My birthday's in 9 days.
Nice. Oh wait, is it on a Wednesday?
Mine's next Friday.
Oh, all right. Wow.
My
two
birthday's on
Fridays.
Sunday.
Hey.
Oh, it
Oh
is.
shit.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! All these birthdays. Totally yeah. Damn, Scott.
My brewery's next weekend. Fuck. Damn,
Yeah.
she's right.
Oh man.
Mm.
Well, happy early birthday to both of you. Not that I won't
thank
talk to
you.
both of you before then,
That's true.
but happy early birthday. And Sathros, happy birthday to you, sir. Anyway, 10 a.m. Eastern. Apparently, Finn says that Sath is starting streaming. He better get some sleep because my man never sleeps. Anyway, we're gonna go get someone to do a quick raid. If anybody wants to hang out and do that, please do. Let me find someone to drop that raid to. Who's on right now? We're looking. I need some thinking music, maybe. Please
It's a
hold.
Jeopardy.
Please hold.
Do, 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 do.
We'll go with this music here. All right, guys. Thank you again for hanging out. All right. No, it's just raid, and then I don't know. I don't have a raid call command.
Oh,
I'm really just bad. I'm not a good streamer. I'm actually really I'm just a guy that wants to drink beer with his friends. And
One day I'll figure it out.
One day I'll figure it out.
And by the time we figure out we want to add more commands, we're already like 2 or 3 beers in.
Yes.
And we're like, oh, I'll remember that later. Doesn't happen.
Man. All right,
Then
let's
we
see.
sober up.
Who's on? You know what? I love Domino Effect. She's awesome. Let's give Domino a follow here. Now go say hello to Domino Effect. If I type on the right keyboard, that would also be great. Go tell her I said
There it
hello. Give her
That's
a
what I was
follow.
looking for.
She's very fantastic. Guys, we will be here next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So come back. We love having you here. Grab a beer.
Come back.
Come back and join us. You know, I've been doing some random streams on weekends for like gardening stuff like that, which it's been fun. But all right, guys, thank you again. We'll see you next Wednesday. Have a fantastic night, and we'll see you soon. Good night.
Bye.
That's just me trying to do the drums. I don't know how to play instruments or anything like that. I really just suck. I don't have musical talent at all. So, peace out. Later. Have a good night. Bye-bye.